Well, welcome back to Scouting for History. Today I've been invited to come detect at this old house from the early 20s, I believe it was. Beautiful house, an acre of ground. You never know with these houses. Let's see what we can find. Stay tuned. Well, and the first signal of the day is a huge hunk of copper flashing. There's a lot of interference in the ground, a lot of iron. This was all a farm back in the day. So, and the first real find of the day, it's a buffalo nickel. Awesome. I'll check again. It was ringing kind of high. Maybe there's something else. Let's go. Well, most of what I've found so far is trash and junk, but it's old junk. I haven't found any modern junk yet. That looks like an old light fixture or something. I'll clean it up. On to the next. And the second coin of the day is just a clad dime. On to the next. Something better. And after digging lots of trash, finally something interesting. It's a little bell. Probably was on a cat or a dog or something like that. Clapper's all rusted away, but it's a tiny little bell. That's awesome. On to the next. So this house has about an acre of ground. And this house sits behind the main house. This was the servant's house and the chauffeur's house and the gardener's house. They all lived here back in the day. Now the family that owns the main house rents this one out. But probably the kids played back here. So let's see what we can find. Stay tuned. And a really bouncy signal here, and it was zinc. It's the lid to a mason jar. There's the mason jar porcelain there. And again, these are pretty common at old houses. The porcelain kept the food from contacting the zinc and poisoning you. Cool. Everybody knows what zinc pennies do in the ground. So the zinc coming in contact with food would just disintegrate and poison you. Awesome. On to the next. Well, I was getting a nice high tone. I dug down and I found a nail. But that wasn't it. Put the plug back, scanned again, and there's an aluminum good luck token. I find lots of these things. Well, this one's going to clean up pretty nice. I might even get a name and an address off of that. So people would go to fairs and arcades and things back in the 40s and 50s, and you program the machine to print your name on it, sometimes your address. Very cool. On to the next. And now a real good high tone, and it's just a brass faucet handle. On to the next. And now another relic I find sometimes. I think it's a curtain hanger. Yeah. Oh well, on to the next. Gotta be some more good stuff here. On we go. Well, after digging lots of flashing, I knew there had to be silver here somewhere, and there is it's a rosy, but it's silver. Cool. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. First silver of the day. There's got to be more. On to the next. Hi. Hello. Well, that dive was a foot away. I had a similar signal, and it's just a hunk of melted lead. On to the next. Oop. Well, a silver quarter signal, probably flashing. Still a silver quarter signal here. But you never know till you drag it out of the ground. Nope. And it's two clad quarters stuck together. That rings up higher than a regular quarter. On to the next. And of course, every suburban house, shotgun shell. Just what you expect to find. On to the next. Come on, Mr. Worm. Well, that was a screamer in the hole. Anything round and ring shaped gives a great signal. Not quite sure what that went to, but it was something. On to the next. Now back here along the back edge of the property, down here at the bottom of the slope, is where they would have thrown the trash. And that's what I've been finding. A few little good finds here and there, but let's keep going. See what there is. On to the next. And now back here in the dump, it's a badge. The lighting is terrible. Looks like a badge. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. On to the next.
Badges? We ain't got no badges. We don't need no badges. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
And now some kind of a medallion or pin or something. Maybe a dog tag of some kind. Looks like it says 338. It's got writing around it. I'll clean it up. You'll see it right here. Outstanding. On to the next. Well, they shouldn't have thrown this pull tab away. It was a 25-cent winner. On to the next. Well, now a little buckle of some kind. I'll clean that up. You'll see it right here. On to the next. Well, that's going to do it for today's hunt. And like I said, you never know what to expect from these old houses. Sometimes there's a lot, sometimes there's a little, but hey, it was fun to get out. Really not a whole lot of signals at all, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. On to the next. See you then.